This can be a touchy subject for some people. There are varying opinions on what a musician should charge. In this video, I'm going to go into how I price my services and exactly what I charge for a public gig as a solo artist, a duo, and a band. Now, as a disclaimer, I just want to explain that everything I'm about to share with you is what I've learned from my experiences and my career as a full-time musician over the last 11, 12 years. And I started in a 3-piece band. Now, the average fee for a band in my area, which is South Wales, at the moment is between £200 and £300 for a normal standard Friday, Saturday gig. If you are more established and you've got a good following, people will pay up to £400, but those are few and far between in my experience. When we started, we were a 3-piece. We were told that for a 3-piece band, the rate was £150. So that's what we went with for a little while. But after a while then, we were starting to get asked by venues. We were approached by venues and they were asking for our fee. They were asking what we charged. So I would bump the price up bit by bit in multiples of 3. Because it was a 3-piece band, it would be split fairly. And we ended up settling around £210 for a regular, usual kind of gig. The most we ever had was £270, but when we started up in the price, we did lose a few venues that refused to pay more than £150 for a band, and I was more than happy to get out of that. So as a duo, you want to aim for around £150 to £200. Realistically though, you'd probably be looking at between £120 and £150. Now, the average rate for a solo artist does vary quite a bit because of the range of venues that you can play at. A small cafe is going to have a completely different budget to a big hotel or restaurant or bar. Now, the average is between £100 and £150. When you're more established, you can set your rate at £150 and say you're not going to do any less than that, and people will pay it. But in the beginning, you may be happy for anything up from £50, but that does have a big effect on a few things, which I'm going to go into a little bit later. Now, there are some situations where I'd be happy to play for less than my usual fee. Number one is midweek gigs. Now, these are usually kind of residency type things, and it doesn't encroach on any other busy period where you could be asked to play something for a lot more money. So I've had 3 weekly residencies at one point when I was gigging a lot, and the price of those ranged between £60 and £80. The second reason is regular bookings. Sometimes a venue is reluctant to pay a higher fee, so I've negotiated more gigs for a lower fee. So if they say no, we can't go that high, I say okay, we'll stick to where it is, but book 10 throughout the year or 1 a month. Now, the third reason why I've played for a little bit less is when I was just starting out and I had no idea how to price things. I had no idea how much it costs, how much to charge or anything, and it was difficult to get gigs back then when you're not established. No one knows who you are, no one knows what you can do. So to get my foot in the door, I would say, okay, I'll do a lower rate for the first gig, and then after that, it'll be my usual rate. As long as you're really clear with that, that might help. Now, there are certain dates and certain times of year where people value their time a lot more. Like Christmas time, you can charge a bit more for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. New Year's Eve, you can triple your rate. Because there's more workload on you, you've got to play for longer, you've got to play into the early hours, and a lot of the time the events are ticketed, so people will pay £10, £20, £30 to get into the event. A lot of that money will go towards entertainment. My first solo New Year's Eve gig, I was on £300. After that, it went up to £450 and then £600. I've heard stories of people going out for £1,200 as a solo artist, and bands generally into the thousands. Now, one very important thing which I touched on earlier, don't undercharge. I started with the same reasons as everyone else. I love music, I love playing, and the buzz that you get after doing a gig is like nothing else. And that can feel like a reward in itself. But don't undersell yourself. If you can provide entertainment for an audience and keep a crowd of people in one place, spending all your money in one bar, that is worth something to that bar owner. It's worth different things to different venues, but as soon as you do that for a big margin less than everyone else and you know it, it undercuts every other full-time working musician who's trying to keep this industry valuable. And another thing, when you are the cheapest by a big margin, you will be seen as the cheapest. Your services will be seen as the cheapest. So you may find it hard to get those higher, upper corporate gigs or 5-star hotels and cruise ship work because you will be stuck playing in the back end of nowhere to mouth-breathing vest wearers with no teeth. So even though I've just told you all that, it is up to you. These are just my opinions. You can do what you want to do. You can charge what you want to charge. Just don't get taken advantage of. Don't be afraid to do your research and be flexible. So you may find out that someone playing at the same venue as you the next day may be on a different rate. But that's just business. Don't take that personally. A venue is a business trying to make money, and a lot of them just think about the bottom line. So I hope you've got something out of this video. If you have, hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you agree or disagree or feel like I've missed something out. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you get notified every time a new video comes out. I will see you next Friday for a new Friday feature. Get out of my sight, you loafers!